Morning, guys. This is 10 a.m. my time. So we are waiting on Joyce. I have a guest today in the studios, and she'll be talking to us about anything visas, pathway to Canada, especially for immigrants. So we'll be talking more about how easy or how quick can you get a visa to go to Canada, for example. Joyce is based in Canada, so she'll be sharing more about the Canadian visas, Canadian embassy rules, policies. How quick can people get jobs? What kind of skills do you need to have? What kind of pay are you expecting before you actually make a decision to travel to Canada, for example? Let me text her here and see where she is. She's running late. Okay. But in the meantime, thank you guys for joining. If you have any questions, this is going to be a very, very interesting session whereby you can ask any questions and Joyce will be able to answer, especially with immigration, specifically to Canada. If she knows any other, maybe to the US, she definitely will be able to answer your questions. But let's wait here for her. Otherwise, how is everyone doing? Let me know where you're watching from. And how is your weekend going? My gosh, my hair looks crazy. It's grown. I don't know what to do with it. All right, we're still waiting for our guest, guys. So bear with us here. If you haven't checked Joyce's channel out, please do, especially if you're interested in learning more about visas and stuff like that. So let's see. Kind of like get a hard time. Yeah, otherwise, how has your week been? We're still waiting on Joyce here. But anyways, so just to tell you more, like, for example, if you're there and you're watching, I know the US way of, getting visas to the US is different from the Canadian way, I think, to a bigger extent. But of course, they're all the same in a way that you have to go through the embassies and, apply. And it depends on what kind of visa too you're trying to get. So I don't know. Nobody's even here. Yeah, so we'll definitely be talking more about the Canadian visas and how to get there, what you need, what kind of skills you need to have, what qualifications you need to have, and what kind of jobs you're expecting. So that's definitely going to be one of our interesting topics today. For those of you who might be wondering how to get to Canada, what you need, all those things. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing? Thanks, guys, for joining. Yes. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Nice to have you here. We're waiting on Joyce. Let me actually just call her to see what she's up to. Because she sent me a text asking me to send her a link to join. So let's see if she can join here. But tell me, guys, how you're doing. I'm glad you're doing well. Andrew, how was your fundraising? Hey, Mama, we're on. Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah, I did. I am on. Yeah, so Joyce is joining. Like there's like a little time difference sometimes between us and depending on where you are in Canada. So I probably told her 10 and it was a different time for her. So she's like, "What? You're on?" But anyway, so she's joining us. So Andrew, how is your fundraising going? My fundraising is moving on well. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I can't wait to see the foundation start to grow, and you're doing an amazing job. Guys, if you're new here, please check out my friends in here that are commenting. Andrew Efafa is also a YouTuber, and he's doing an amazing work in his village in Uganda, whereby right now he's like reaching out to patients. The community is growing. He just acquired land to put up a hospital for the children, for the people in the village. So that's why I'm asking him about the fundraising, his fundraising money for that land, because it's a big chunk of land, but it's a great one. So good job. Brenda as well is a YouTuber. Here's Joyce.
Gosh, you mean you're on? I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Is this how it works?
Yeah, that's how it works. Why?
So you have to be there at that time.
Yes, you have to be there.
Oh my goodness, me and my lateness. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
My African nature is still following me here. For lateness.
Joyce, how are you? How come you're dressed up so nicely? Oh, where are you going?
Because of how you named that video. I was struggling to how to, because
you look like
you have given people very high expectations.
You look like you're going for the Emmy Awards. Like the red carpet.
Yes,
are we going to Hollywood?
Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Yes, you're Hollywood material right now. But anyways, guys, we have Joyce in the studio. I'm so honored to have you again. Joyce is like my big sister. I think we might even be the same age. But she cracks me up, honestly. So
I'm your big sister.
Yeah, she cracks me up. Like every time, like when I take some time without texting her, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, how is she doing?" And then she'll be like, "Hey, you."
You're doing so well. Congratulations. You're doing
oh
so
my
well.
gosh, we're growing. We are growing. I'm telling you. You
Yeah.
too. You
I
too.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you? How has everything been? How is winter?
Winter is crazy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
Is it almost spring for you now?
I don't think so.
Do you still have snow on the ground?
It's still snowing, even as we speak.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Brenda.
So let's see. How are the kids doing? We're just like saying hello because we haven't seen each other in a while. So
yeah, we're fine, guys. Thank you so much for having me here.
hi everyone in Nashi Kenya TV. Anyway, guys, so let's start with Joyce because I know we all usually have a hard stop, to move on with like our daily, jungles.
Yes.
We juggle so many different things during the day. So Joyce, congratulations. I see so many good things happening.
I know. By the grace of God.
Yeah. How are you doing that?
For me, it's only God, Brenda. You know that. Huh?
It is.
It's only God.
Only him. Yeah.
I can't do it alone. Yeah.
How is the process for you so far? Are you feeling overwhelmed yet? Are you now used to it? You're like,
No,
I gotta get up.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love it so much. And for me, I don't spend a lot of time in it. People think that because I post every day, some people tend to think that I'm always creating content. No, I don't spend so much time on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just come on, do your thing, and then move
Yeah,
on.
I only use one day in a week to create content, and then the rest of the week I don't.
Wow. So how
Yeah,
many hours in that day do you actually use for content?
like 3 hours, and I make 7 videos for the whole week.
Wow. See, you guys who are here watching and your YouTube content creators, you just
Yeah.
learned. You
The
just
rest
learned
of the
the
week
trick.
I don't spend creating content. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How are your kids' channels doing? Oh, they gave up already.
Oh my goodness. Everybody here is crazy with YouTube. You call people, they're not taking breakfast, they're making thumbnails.
That's funny.
My watch hours have been stolen by YouTube. Those are the issues we are having in this house.
Oh my gosh. Oh, poor things, huh?
Yeah. Slowly, but I like it because it has taken them away from watching a lot of.
Yes, yes,
I've been
yes.
on watching. I didn't like it at all. So now
Yeah.
it's good that I'm able to, to engage them on that side.
Yeah, that's good. At least, now they're learning things and they're watching your videos, how you do it. So that's really good. Hi,
Yeah.
Jeros. How are you guys doing? Brenda must be a pro. No, I'm not a pro.
Brenda is
Joyce
a
is a pro.
pro. Brenda is a pro.
Patricia, how are you? How is the village? This is a village girl.
Hi,
Um,
Patricia. I'm going to check all their channels. All those ones who are
yeah, I know you
commenting.
always do.
I'll go
You always
checking
do.
them out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they all actually follow you. So from last time, I remember all these guys were following you already.
I will
So
go checking all of them and support them. And
yes, thank you,
we are
thank
going to
you.
support each other. That is the way. Yeah.
So tell us. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. We have Joyce here. If you haven't checked Joyce's channel out, it's right there. Joyce Knas Canada. And she has another channel as well. Trust me, one channel will take you to the other channel. So
Sometimes I get embarrassed when I talk about my channels.
no, I mean the two channels and they kind of feed each other. So it's just like having two hands.
Are you talking of 2 or 3? Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I don't talk
Well,
about them all at the same time because
yeah,
people will think I'm crazy. Yeah. So I like
yeah.
going slow. Let's go with Joyce Knas Canada.
Yeah, just kidding. That's Canada, because that's like the grandmother of all the
Yeah.
channels. So
That's
you stick with that one because I love it. I love the content she shares on there. So guys, go check her out. You
Yeah.
will definitely love those videos, and you will not even hesitate to share her videos to other people because everybody's always looking for something different. Let's say if you're
Actually,
in
it's not
Africa,
the oldest. You know that, Brenda?
what is it?
And I think this is a lesson for YouTubers. It's not the oldest among the 3. The oldest is actually the poorest in performance now. The
Joyce Knas Canada.
no study abroad
Oh, okay. Study abroad. Yes, study
is the
abroad. Can you
oldest.
imagine?
Is the oldest. And then I thought, people are not watching this. Let me try something else. So I think when you realize that your channel is not doing so well, you can always create another one and another one. You never know which one God will touch.
You had that, people.
I
You
always
had
tell
that.
people, don't limit yourself. So do as you feel.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I mean, and she's doing it. If you guys have questions for her, how she's doing it, how she's able to juggle 5 channels, ask her 10 channels. So you just learned that, guys, like if you start one channel, it's not working out, create another channel. But like all her channels are kind of related. So that's the thing. It's not like one is doing, visa or study abroad, and then the other one is doing gossip news, So
But you can do that, imagine.
you can do that too. You can do that. If you can juggle your head to different niches, to different thinking, people are gifted differently. Definitely go for it. But I agree, Rose. Kenyans are very awesome people. I think in all the African countries, I found Kenyans love to support their own. They love to
You think
support
so?
Africans in
I
general. You
think it's
find
Africans. I think Africans we love supporting each other because I've
I
been
don't
seeing
know,
people
Joyce.
post other videos and people subscribe and people follow. I think it's all the countries in Africa.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I see all the Ugandans in the community complaining that Ugandans don't watch their videos.
Oh, and maybe they need to check their content.
Yes, it could be the content,
It
the
could be
type
the
of content.
content because if I'm going on YouTube and I find something nice, I'll always want to click.
You always want to click, yeah. See, Jero says, "Why Ugandans we don't."
No,
But
don't have
anyway,
that mentality.
yeah, true, true, true. The fact that you're actually here watching this, you're already supporting a fellow
Yeah,
Ugandan, fellow African. So this is great.
yeah.
But guys, so let's get into it. Joyce, how has been the journey for you? Okay, let's go back for people who might be watching Joyce for the first time or you're new here on this channel, because I've had Joyce on the channel before and she shared how she got to Canada. So Joyce, were you born and raised in Canada? How did you get to
No.
Canada?
Hi, how now? I was born in Kenya and raised in Kenya.
So how did you get to Canada?
I came to Canada as a skilled immigrant. So I'm here as an immigrant.
Okay.
Yes, I was not born here, no.
Okay. How was the process for you? If you were to tell somebody who's new, who is thinking of also traveling to Canada, how was the process for you? I mean, it's different for each person.
Yeah.
But how was it for you?
It was not easy. It will never be easy. Immigration, not only for Canada, immigration for any country, even if I want to move from Kenya to Uganda and relocate, it's never easy. It took me 5 years of waiting. But it's a very sure way of, especially when you are using the permanent resident way, it's a very sure and permanent way because it's not like the visitor's visa. It's not like trial and error. You don't know what is going to happen when you go as a visitor. So when you're trying as a permanent resident and you need to wait for 5 years, it is worth it because life continues. Yeah, so it took me so long. I had given up. I even continued with life and I said, this thing, it's not working, but I think it was worth it.
Now, what is a permanent resident
it's like
pathway?
a green card. It's like a green card in the US. Yeah, but here it's not. Here it is based on merit. They have to calculate your points. You have to get the points, and yeah, it is based on merit. It is who you are in terms of qualifications.
Okay, so it's so what kind of based on merit, what would you say somebody has? What are the qualifications? Like what kind of school level do they have to have mostly?
A minimum of secondary education.
Okay, like senior 4, senior 6.
Sorry for that. I don't know what was happening to my camera. Yeah, it is a secondary education. I don't know how you call it in Uganda. In Kenya, we call it Form 4.
Yes, the same. It's the same.
Year 4. It's year 4 of your high school.
Okay.
That's the minimum. With that, you can come in a class called Canada Federal Trades Program. That one is for trade. As long as you have that and you have got maybe skills maybe as a carpenter, as an electrician, as a plumber, as a truck driver, massage therapist, you can come with a PR. Because a PR is like becoming a person who has a PR is like somebody with citizenship. There is no difference. They enjoy the same rights.
Okay.
So I always insist that if you can find a pathway that is going to give you a permanent resident, go for it.
Yeah, that's a good one because visitors, then you don't have to worry about your visitor's visa expiring and then reapplying.
You don't have to worry. Expiring again, you don't know how are you going to convert these visitors into something more permanent. You're not very sure.
Yes.
But when you come as a permanent resident, you're sure that you after staying here for 3 years, you're going to become a citizen.
Yeah. Now, Is it like, so I'm just asking these questions for people who might not know these.
Yeah, it's okay.
Do they go straight on the website? How can you find such?
Oh, maybe, you know, the video that we did last time had a very good summary of all the pathways for coming to Canada. And we talked about the express entry. We said that express entry is the umbrella of all the pathways for coming. And then under the express entry is where we have this one for trades. We also have another one, like the one I used is for skilled immigrants. Skilled immigrants is somebody with at least a degree.
Yes, yes.
Because without a degree and at least you pass English with a band of 7, you cannot get the points that they want you to get. That's how I always describe it, the skilled one. And then the third one is for Canada Experience Class. That one is for international students, just to try and simplify it. If you want to come to Canada as an international student, you will get your PR under Canada Experience Class. If you understand those 3, they fall under the umbrella of express entry. Simple.
Okay.
Then you choose whether to become as a skilled immigrant if you have a degree, trades if you have at least Form 4 and experience or skills. The other one, you come as a student. Then if you don't qualify under these 3, because these 3 will need you to have at least 450 points. If you cannot get that 450 points, now start going to the provincial nominations, because Canada has got 13 provinces and each province has got a way of nominating immigrants into its province. Some provinces need more immigrants than others. Like, don't target places like Ontario, big provinces like Ontario,
big cities.
Right. Initially, I always tell people, don't run to Ontario because that is where every immigrant goes. Go to places where immigrants don't want to go, because the requirement is that you only live there for 2 years. Then after 2 years, even if you go to there's Brenda, in Canada, there's a province where they experience sunshine 24 hours during summer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's in the Northern Territories. It's a very tiny province. So go to such a province if they can nominate you. As a provincial nominee, you're supposed to stay there for 2 years, mandatory. Then after 2 years, you can always move. You know, they know after 2 years, you have already bought furniture. Your kids have started liking the school. So it's really that
it's hard. It's hard for you to
but if you still want to move, you can now move. That is provincial nominations. And again, besides that, there is also the rural communities, like where I live. I told you I live in the village, in the suburb.
We might see a cow. We might see a cow coming in your house.
I know, it's in the village. Now, in the rural communities, we have got 11 of them. The small rural communities have also got a way of, they have got a way of, nominating people to come, immigrants. That is a way. And of course, we have other programs like Atlantic Immigration Nominee Program. And there are so many programs. They're like I always say they're like over 80. But if you want to understand Canada immigration, just go to any of my videos, go to the description. In the description, I have put like 10 basic videos. If you understand that, you're good to go. You don't need anything else. The others are just top-ups.
I see.
If you guys can understand those 10, you're good. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Yes, please definitely check the videos out on Joyce's channels. Like any of her channels, she posts such pathways, like different ways you can get to Canada. So I just wanted her to like share them with you here. But yes, please head over there and you watch nonstop. Let's see. We have Big Sister in the house as well. Hey, Shiko. How are you doing? Let's see. I saw Canada. I mean, Jeros here. Jeros is a doctor. He's a medical doctor in Uganda. And
he's a medical doctor. He should talk to me. My husband came here as a medical doctor. You know that.
Yes, when I says, me, I want to work in Canada. He's best in Western Uganda.
I should introduce him to him, and then he'll tell him his story.
Yes, Jeros, you had that. I'm sure your pay will not be bad.
So if you can manage to get the license, the doctor's process for getting the license is not funny.
Okay,
It's not funny,
So how many years is that he would have to do? Because I know it's different for the US.
Not less than 7.
But
that time he's not a beginner. He's already having his physician.
Yes.
From Uganda.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So but in the meantime, in those 7 years, he could be earning money. How?
Yes. Depending on which province. Like if he goes to the Atlantic provinces, he will work as a doctor assistant.
Okay.
But not in all the provinces. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So okay, you just heard everything. All different pathways need different skills, different qualifications. You can check the videos out for more details on Joyce's channel. I'm sure you'll find where you can put yourself. So,
and they can also come as visitors, Brenda. Right now they have extended the.
I saw that. The visitor's visa thing.
Yeah, in some countries like in the US, you cannot work with a visitor's visa. But here you can convert it to a work permit. And the deadline was 28 February this year. Now they have extended it to 2023 February.
Wow.
So you can come here as a visitor and convert it to a work permit. I think it's only Canada that has that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because I saw it on one of your videos. I think it was from last week or this week. I was watching it. Yeah, and I was like, wow, Canada is stepping it up. I mean,
But they need immigrants. They need hi Mwakazi, thank you. They need immigrants. They
do. Yeah. They do. Okay, so I had another question. So, so I was actually wondering when I was watching that video of the visitor's visa conversion, is it specific to a country, or is it actually to any other people from any countries that are coming to Canada, for example?
It doesn't matter where you're coming from, but you have to be here for you to do that.
Oh, you have to be there to do that. Okay.
You cannot do it outside Canada.
Joyce, I have visited you.
If you see me in camera, I'll show you.
Joyce, I have visited your channel. Oh God, you're doing it well. How do you do it, sister?
Sometimes I don't even know. It's not anything I can explain for sure.
I'll tell you what she does. On Sundays, she meditates for a whole day. She prays to God.
Brenda, I pray more than I create content.
That's good. Honestly, that's amazing.
I think that is the secret.
Yes, I think so too. Because I mean, you cannot cut Joyce on Sunday, people. No,
you can't. I don't do anything on Sunday like video. I don't even look at my channel on Sunday.
she just goes in her room, locks her bedroom, and she's praying and singing and all things you can. And just chatting with God. That's amazing. Okay. Guys, if you have any questions for Joyce, please feel free to leave them in the comment section later when you watch this video, or you can just put them in the side chats. Absolutely. So how complicated are visas, Joyce? Like Canada visas? I know it depends on what visa, for example, visitor's visa. If you're applying from Africa, for example.
It's not easy. I saw somebody who had done a research. They said that Africans are getting 25% of visitors visa.
Ooh.
Some countries get 75% acceptance. It's not easy. It's not funny. I mean, I don't like it because why us?
Why us? Yeah.
25% means there are so many denials.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep telling people it's not a guarantee way of coming. You can spend so much money, you can pay agents, but it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
Wow, that's a small percentage.
Very small. 25% is so small.
It's so small. And I know for the US is even worse. It might be like 2%.
Why now? Why now?
Why now?
Can prove that they have got all the requirements.
Yeah. And that probably would be the best choice they would ever make for these countries. I mean, Africans love to work. They're not lazy. They don't sit around.
And we work smart. Like like when like for example, when a nurse from Kenya comes here, you can imagine with all our experience, even as a doctor, there's a guy here who is a doctor. In Africa, doctors, Uganda, Kenya, they are so experienced. But when you come here, of course, you know what happens. They have to evaluate you. You have to go back to school and start all over again.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that. Last night I was watching this video. It was something to do with Russia and Ukraine and how the media is talking about the rest of the world now is very concerned about what's happening, you know, in Russia. And what's this boy? He's South African. He has a show. What's his name? It's like he does like Live with Kimmel in the US, but he was talking about how Noah Travers. So he's saying how he's like, I don't understand this. Like the other year when Israel or Afghanistan or all these other countries were going through the same. Like he put like a comment where he said, this was the prime minister of Poland. He said, I'm sorry, but we don't have room. But now all of a sudden he has room.
He has opened the doors. All the borders are open. Huh?
All the borders are open. And he made even a statement saying, hey guys, it's like, I love these people because they're very educated, they're smart. And so Trevor's like, it's amazing that how he actually did the research to know that all these people he's just opened arms to are educated, are smart. Amazing, you know. So, but
God for us. God for us. You know, when God is on your side, it doesn't matter what they do to us. Yeah.
Hey, Yosem, how are you guys? Anyways, we're just here chatting about pathways to Canada and catching up with Joyce. And of course, she always cracks me up with her humor. So I hope she doesn't start now. I don't know what else. So I saw something that you have started. Are you planning to spread it to the rest of like African countries? Is that one of your big goals? Would you ever do something like that where, you know, you start like what was it, like an agency in Kenya?
Yeah, it is there. No, the agencies are all over the world.
Yeah.
And I always tell people it's not guaranteed that when you use an agent, you are going to get the visa, and they don't even increase your chances. So
right.
It's up to you to decide how you want to do your application. And I'm not part of them. It's just that people push me too much sometimes, and I have, you know, like the way they pushed Moses, or the way they pushed God, that they want a king, and God was not ready to give them a king. But after they pushed him so hard, God just gave them Saul, and then they ended up in trouble. So for me, is that people push me, Joyce, we need an agent, an agent. And then I had to talk to the people who come here through those agents, and they say that agent has been helping them. So that is how I got that for them. But on my side, I'm also working on something. That one, I think it will be a more permanent way of helping our people, because that one will be mine.
That one will be your baby. I think it will be.
It's somewhere cooking. Only that I don't want to announce it here before I announce it on my channel.
Of course. So that's good. I mean, because I've always thought about like you guys, like who else? Big Brother, who does also immigration, you know, talks like DV lottery, like Shiko, all those guys. I'm like, I feel like the information you guys give out, you could start with a consulting firm. You know, and it doesn't.
It's not something that you wake up one day and do.
Absolutely.
So, but we are doing that actually. It's cooking.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, because you guys like have helped so much, and I watch your videos, and so many people are even responding saying, "I followed what you said. I've been able to get visas." So you are definitely.
There are so many, but I cannot bring all of them here because, as I always say, migration is very sensitive. Because I don't want to bring somebody, I don't know what they want to do with their lives, and then I have exposed them to the public. So sometimes I just prefer not to give testimonies and just give God thanks.
Yeah, I mean, they can do it by themselves if they want. They can come to
if
the
they
public
want.
themselves.
And
Yeah,
they can also create their own channels and give their story.
true, true,
Yeah.
true, true.
I have helped so many create their channels and they're doing well. So yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Mm.
Now, have you found it easy working with, let's say, the Canadian immigration people? Have you been in contact with them more often? Are they welcoming? Are they listening to, let's say, challenges that face the Africans?
No, Canadians are very good people. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
a problem with them, but
Mm-hmm.
some things are the way they are. Like if it's a law, it's a law. You cannot change
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we will have to do what we need to do, like follow the regulations and
Mm-hmm.
follow the rules, the laws, and we'll see, because our people need help. There's crisis. There is a lot of poverty in Africa. So my
Mm-hmm.
passion is just to help one person at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how
That
you do it. Like you help one person, that person helps another person.
Yes,
So,
yes. And information is very key. If people
mhm.
don't have information, then how will they even move?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's good. That's good.
Mm.
Okay, so what else? What else did you guys want to know? I don't know. Like people always ask me, please bring Joyce back. Please bring Joyce back. Now they're
Yeah,
not here.
we can post the questions.
They can post the questions like, please
Yeah.
bring her back. And I brought her back, and most of them are always asking me are not here. They will watch the video later, like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I'll
Yeah.
keep coming. This is home for me.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
but otherwise, how have you found your life in Canada? How have you been able to adjust? Maybe you could share that with people. How long have you been in Canada, for example?
Adjusting is never easy. I've never felt like I'm there, not yet.
Mm-hmm,
Not yet.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And I think for me, my head is always in Kenya.
mm-hmm.
I tell people that and they say, no, Joyce, just try and move your head, but it's not easy.
It's not
Every
easy.
second, every minute, I'm thinking Kenya. Yeah, so for
I know
now,
what
we
you
need
mean.
a day at a time. Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I mean, I know home will always be home.
But if people are doing so well back home, guys, stop this sickness of wanting to immigrate. Just stay there. Let me tell you, Kenya, Africa is so sweet, is so beautiful.
Mhm.
But if you have money, but again, if you don't have money, it is a horrible place to live in.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you have a very good job, earning a very good income, you don't need to come. Stay there.
Mhm,
You don't
mhm,
need
mhm.
to. For sure, Brenda, you don't need to.
You don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to. I mean, that's what I tell my friends too. I'm like, hey, you're making, let's say, $3,000 a
You
month in
don't need
Uganda
even
salary, like
2,000.
even 2,000. I'm like, stay there.
Imagine.
Like,
And you have a
y-
home that you're not paying rent.
yes, yes,
Your kids are
yes,
going to a good school. You don't need
yes.
to come.
Mm-hmm,
Stay
mm-hmm,
there and
mm-hmm,
build yourself there.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
there's no war. As long as there's no war, you can
Mm-hmm.
stay. Mm.
Yeah, I think it's I mean, you can always come visit these countries that you
Exactly.
fantasize.
Visit, keep visiting, explore the world.
Yeah.
But immigration is not for everybody.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
It has
mm-hmm.
its own challenges. Yeah.
It does, it does, it does.
Mm.
Especially if you don't have your family.
Your
If you move
family,
and you don't have family, close friends, oh
it's not
gosh.
easy. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, it
And
can be hard.
leaving your people behind. Like the people who immigrate and they leave their spouses behind. And then you have to stay here 10 years, 20 years, trying to look for papers. Your spouse is back home 20 years.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's not easy. It's a very, and you cannot advise somebody and tell them to go back because they have started life here, they have invested here, but their spouses are stuck back home.
That's right.
It's not easy, but yet we appreciate that they are giving them support financially. But money is not everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Money
I
is not
agree.
everything. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. So let's see. I don't know. Somebody asked me a question this morning. I don't know. I think she saw my thing. Said, if I come there as a student, how fast can I get my citizenship?
After you graduate. After you graduate, you get your PR.
Okay.
What happens is that after you need to do not less than 1 year program. If your program is 1 year long and it can qualify you to get postgraduate work permit, and you studied in a college or a university that is DLI. DLI means it has been authorized to accept international students. Then you'll get a postgraduate work permit for 1 year. That 1 year is what is now your Canada experience class. And now you can apply for PR. So students pathway is very, very good. Unlike in the US, here is good.
Yeah, here is, my God, you probably have to go back home.
And here is they'll not tell you that you won't go back home. They want you to prove that you'll go back home. But they have created pathways that can absorb you here to remain.
Now, how is college like? Is like people, if you're coming from Africa, do you have to pay all the tuition out of pocket, or are there any like scholarships for immigrants?
There are scholarships here, but as we all know, scholarships are not very easy to get.
Yeah.
I don't like people depending on scholarships, because if I tell them to rely on scholarships, they will wait for 10 years, still applying, and you're not getting. So if you can manage to, if you can afford, just pay for yourself, because all you need is tuition fee for 1 year and living expenses for 1 year. That's what you need to prove to the embassy. Living expenses for 1 year here is 10,000.
Okay.
And that's like 800,000 Kenya shillings. That's living expenses for 1 year. And then the rest is going to be tuition fee for 1 year, depending on the college.
The course.
So let's say 20,000 Canadian is the bank statement that you need to prove to the embassy.
I see. 20,000.
And then on top of that, you can add properties like title deeds, like logbooks, like if you have a home, all that. Yes.
Can you use like your parents?
Yes, you can use your parents. They are called sponsors. You can even use your uncle.
Okay.
They can sponsor you, yeah.
Okay. So when, because I remember somebody was asking, I don't know, maybe I was on one of your videos. They were asking if let's say you put a relative's bank statement there, does the college take away the money, like take the 10,000 off their bank account?
No, a bank statement is not for them to take. It's up to you whenever you want to release the money. A bank statement is a proof that when you come here, that money is available for your use.
Right.
But of course, there's the money that you'll have paid to the school. Maybe if the school fees is maybe 15,000, you pay maybe a percentage of that.
Right.
Yeah.
At least you have to show that you've been able to pay something. It's like even when you're traveling, like as a visitor, sometimes they need to see your hotel booking receipts or something.
Yes. Now for the students, after you pay maybe let's say 800 or 900 Canadian, the institution where you're coming to study, they'll give you an acceptance letter. That acceptance letter, you'll use it among other documents to submit your study permit in your embassy. I think Ugandans come to Kenya. You guys, you don't have an embassy.
No, we have an embassy, but the only reason they go to Kenya is like to process fiancé visas. So those ones have to be done in Kenya for some reason.
Uganda, they don't have a Canadian embassy.
Oh, Canadian embassy? I thought they did. I don't know. I was thinking of the US.
I see people telling me on the comments that they come to Nairobi. I don't know. Maybe somebody will clarify that on the comments.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Because I honestly don't know. I thought they had a Canadian embassy in Uganda, but I'm not sure. That's true. But I know even with the American embassy that we have in Uganda, we still have to go to Kenya for certain visas.
Oh, America?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, but like visitors visa we can get from Uganda for the US. The embassy there issues those visas. But anything fiancé visa, I think green card visas, I think you have to travel to Nairobi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it is what it is. So I don't know about the Canadian one. I'll look that up. I've never actually thought about, but I think they do have one. Let me check
Oh,
here. Canadian Embassy in Uganda. Yeah, they do have one. They do
oh.
have one, but I think it's also just like the American one,
Mm-hmm.
where some visas you have to travel to Kenya.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, guys. So I really I want us like not to spend too much time today because I know Joyce has other things to do, and I also have to run and take my kids to sports. It's like a
Okay.
whole day thing.
Which
But if
sport do they play?
they play soccer, travel soccer, and basketball for now.
Okay. Even us,
So
we go for soccer
yeah, yeah,
every Friday
football
and Sunday.
every
Yeah.
Friday and Sunday.
Mm.
Yeah, so now I guess it's starting to warm up. So now they have like tournaments all weekend, like
Okay.
4 games,
It's
and
fun for them.
it's fun for them. Yeah, but when you have to travel 3 hours to get to the games, it's not funny. Yeah,
And they insist you have to go.
you have to go, otherwise they kick the kid out of the club.
No, here what happens for Dawn is that the club, we pay the club and then they take them as a group. They just hire
Oh,
a
okay.
bus. They hire a bus and they take, if they have to go to Toronto,
Yeah.
they go as a team.
That's good.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
that's good.
yeah.
I think they're doing that. They do that if they're going to like different states that are like 7 hours away.
Uh-huh.
Like in summer we have one going to Colorado, so they're flying there, but they're flying as a group. So
Oh,
and then when they get there, they're spending a whole week, but they're traveling as a team.
okay.
Um, yeah, but the rest is like if they have a tournament one weekend, it's two
Mm,
hours away to New York where you have to drive the kids.
all
So
right.
yeah, you end up having to spend the night because you can't drive 3 hours, 3 hours
Mm,
back, and then you go back the next day.
mm.
Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm telling you.
It's
All right,
what it
guys.
is. We have to support them.
You do, yeah. We have to. We have to. Some of the things that we were not able to get as kids when we're
Yeah.
growing
True.
up. So
Mm, mm,
you have to try. Okay,
mm-hmm.
guys. If you don't have any more questions for Joyce, you feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm hoping you're at her channels now, watching her videos. If you're new here, please go watch her channel, subscribe, share, support. And we'll always bring Joyce in, even on not visa related stuff, like just to
Yeah.
chat with
Yeah.
Joyce and about life in general, how she's able to balance being a mother in Canada, abroad. We don't have maids, people like you
Yeah.
guys have back home.
Mm,
So lifestyle, we'll definitely be having different topics like that. You
mm,
can always visit if you're new on YouTube, you're thinking of how to create channels, or you want to start YouTube and you're watching us today. She has another channel that actually helps people to start YouTube and start creating content. She
mm,
gives like really good advice there.
mhm.
So, other than that, Joyce, asante for coming to my house.
Thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you. I appreciate, and you're doing a good job. Keep doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Persistence. Yeah.
You're like one of my best influencers on YouTube. So I see her. That's why I called her my most influential person on YouTube,
Mm,
because she's a mother. She's educated. She has a career. She's a nurse, and she's doing all this YouTube stuff where she's literally just helping people,
yeah.
like helping other people be able to maybe achieve their dreams of traveling, going to school in different countries. And she
Mm,
happens to be in Canada, so she's focusing more on Canada because that's what she knows best.
yeah.
So it's noble, and I had to definitely appreciate you in this month because
Yeah.
this is Women's Month.
Oh, thank
um,
you so much. I looked at that. I looked at that heading and I was like, oh my goodness, this is a very huge title for me. I don't think I'll be able to carry it. But
You can. Yeah.
Brenda, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching this video. I'm not an immigration consultant or a lawyer, but I try to research my content and give what I know and what I went through as an immigrant. So God bless you. Bye bye.
Bye, Joyce. Take care. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. If you're just joining, please go back and watch the video. I'm sure you'll find it very helpful and very educative for you. You could share it with your friends, family, relatives, any of those guys. I'm sure they will benefit from this video. And again, if you have any questions for us, for Joyce, you can reach out on her channels. You feel free to leave those comments in this video, under this video, and we'll definitely have her respond to them and give you the answers if she has them. If not, she'll definitely refer you to somebody who could help you, or a website or anything like that. But otherwise, thank you, guys. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Sonia, guys, for sticking with us. We all got to run, but take care. Until next time. Bye-bye.